Ooh, it's playoff football. It's 7 in the morning. It is a little foggy, a little bit cold outside here in Los Angeles. I don't know what the weather's like in Denver, Colorado. Let's go ask our co-host, Sheriff Joe Baggs. Get in here. We're going to talk some football. But
Hi.
first, I need to know what is happening in Colorado. Is it cold?
Uh,
Is it hot?
well, first of all, I don't live in Denver, so I don't
It's all
know.
Denver.
But let's see. Right now, we've got some. They're calling it sleet, but we're expecting 3 to 5 inches of snow today, and we are sitting at a cool 31. Yeah,
Mind
so
you,
that's cool.
mind you, it is all Denver. When you're in these lesser known
Oh,
states that are not California, it's all Denver. Anyways, it's playoff football. We're gonna
yep.
talk some Rams and Panthers. Oh, I am so excited. Playoff football is a magical time of year. 14 teams have the right to dance, have the right to play important football, and that is the Rams rallying cry, earn the right. I love it. When I was at the stadium over the weekend, I got to talk to somebody who was like works in that area, and they were like talking about the campaign. Like that is going to be the rallying cry the entire playoffs is earn the right to dance, earn the right to celebrate, earn the right to spite the ball, like everything. They have it set up for each round. Hopefully, they make it to each round so that way we can see it. But earn the right, man. How you feel about that?
I absolutely love it. I love that there's a lot of those things that we have, those little quotes and those little like hype up things that we just kind of rotate through. Like it feels like it's been so long since I've heard anybody say the term "we, not me." You know, it's kind of crazy how we kind of evolve in it. So I love the earn the right one. Also, shout out to Devonte Adams with his press conference shirt. It not the "we, not me," the "we, then me." Loved that.
Yeah,
I thought that was sick, dude. So big fan of all that. But I love the little things that they always kind of put out as like you said, like a rally cry, like a earn the right. I love it, man. So I'm a big fan.
I love it. Like the we then me got changed because it used to be we not me, and
Yeah.
then with like honestly, kind of like the Rams team existence is like a snapshot into McVay's psyche because like him going through that little flub, like is he gonna keep coaching? Is he not? Does he love football?
Yeah.
That's when it changed to we then me because like he had to look inside and be like, oh, I'm not superhuman.
Yeah.
I fuck up. I'm bad at this sometimes. And then they had to change a lot of the mindset. The earn the right though feels appropriate
Mhm.
because as biased as we are, like at times this is the best team in the league, but you've fallen short sometimes. Seattle, Atlanta, Carolina. Now you want to show that you're the best, you got to go earn the right, which is obviously common sense because it's playoffs.
Mhm.
But like you do have to, man. You got to earn the right. You got to go into Carolina. You got to make the dance. But it's just so exciting. I love it.
It's the
And
best.
shout out to Corn Doggy. Shout out to Corn Doggy.
Shout out. That's awesome. This graphic's awesome. It's absolutely incredible. I love the the adorable little figures here. But yeah, man, it's it's gonna be a fun little run here, man. As many games as we can get, obviously I'm fired up for it. Obviously I want BY and V8 and all those guys to be watching the Pro Bowl. I don't want them to participate. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so let's let's get that. But first and foremost, man, I mean we got games to play until we even worry about that. So oh man, this is
I just got
so
I just got a comment. So for the when I was picking out Corn Doggy's drawings, which one to use for the first seeds, I was trying to pick the best ones they had, like the meanest. Like the Seahawks one was like,
yeah.
that looks cool. I could not find one for the Broncos that did not look like My Pretty Pony, that looked like aggressive and the top dog. So that's what, yeah, this is the best I could find.
It's pretty scary. I don't know. I like it. Oh, it's good.
And then with the Rams too, everything was like a little sheep, and I loved it. So
Yeah.
yeah, we've already given our stuff. Let's dive into this game, man.
Yeah.
Injury report came out. Kevin Dotson, it is looking less and less likely that
Mhm.
he's going to be available this week. I think when McVay was talking earlier in the week, he was talking about most likely divisional round, but we are getting return of the Q, which is super exciting. Panthers on their end, they look like they're going to be full participants, barring any minor setbacks for their main guys. And we'll talk about the Kevin Dotson thing probably a little bit more at length today. But just looking at this, what stands out most to you? What have you been thinking about this week in regards to like potential returns, health heading into this playoff run?
Yeah, well, I mean, initially, I think it's one of those like sneaky hits that I don't think that will really talk about having like a big impact. If the Rams lose this game, we won't be like, oh man, the injury that burned us was Sean Dolak, but that actually is like a hit. That's like he's a really good special
teams.
So
yeah,
but yeah, that truly is a big hit. So that one there, he goes on IR, so he obviously will not be seen again this season. But I think that ultimately my biggest takeaways there would be Higbee obviously coming back, and then Lake. I think that those are just two leaders of your team that are just, it's so good to have them back on the football field. And whether or not, like, I've talked about it a lot, I think just over these last few weeks, that I like all of our tight ends. I think we've got 4 really, really good ones, but the offense just feels more smooth when Tyler Higbee is the one that's out there, or one of the ones that's out there, because we use so many of them. And then Quentin Lake coming back, obviously. I mean, it was literally that Panthers game in week 13 that we looked back on, and that was the first one where it was like, crap, we're missing Lake. That was the game that we were like, crud. So the fact that he's back in this one, I think, is absolutely phenomenal. Sucks to lose Witt, but when you have Tay returning, I think that's kind of we come out kind of, it's a wash there.
It's good that Quentin Lake's coming back, because one thing that not a lot of people are talking about is Josh Wallace being hurt too. Is for even Josh Wallace getting an interception, almost pick 6 against Seattle. Like, he's still not Quentin Lake. Like, I was high on Josh Wallace. He looked really good at camp. He's done some really good things this year, but still not Quentin Lake. And for as much, like, this is one area where I was like completely wrong in. For as much as I hyped up, like, hey, Quentin Lake missing is a huge step back for the secondary, and that's why we're seeing some poor defense the last few weeks. I didn't give the same respect to Tyler Higbee. I have a personal bias with tight ends where it's like, you can kind of plug in, as long as you have a good system, a good quarterback, you can plug in almost anyone at quarterback or a tight end and be somewhat successful. I missed the same impact. I was wrong. Like, I just had a personal bias. I was wrong. Tyler Higbee, everyone talking this week about how the juice was kind of back for the offense, and it looked that way. It looked different in the second half. Stafford looked different in the second half. So really happy he's back. But I do want to talk to you about the Kevin Dotson thing, like I talked about. It will be, I believe, Justin Dedich in that right guard, subbing in for him. We know him pretty well. We know he's capable. Like, he won't be the worst guard this weekend playing, but he's still not Kevin Dotson.
Yeah.
And when we look back to week 13, how the Rams lost, the Panthers don't want to get in a shootout. I think Bryce Young is very capable, is very accurate. Those 3 for 3 on 4th downs, with one being a touchdown, like, he can burn you. Like, he's a first overall pick. Don't forget that. But he's not gonna drop back 80 times like Joe Burrow and burn you that way. They want to win the turnover battle. Like, all these key metrics, they just want to etch you out a little bit here, keep away, and just pound the rock. And the Rams, to be able to counter that, you got to run the ball a little bit. The Rams are not the best at short yardage situations on 3rd and 4th down. So anything here that stands out for you that you want to talk about heading into this weekend?
Well, I just kind of want to touch on that that Kevin Dotson with Dedich playing was it's such unfortunate timing that we could be looking at Havenstein possibly returning soon, and that would be kind of the perfect little buffer while we wait for K-Dot to push Warren McClendon inside and then have Havenstein take his spot back. I think that would just improve our line greatly. But I mean, we're down 2 starters right now. Warren McClendon's played incredible. So, I mean, the drop off has not been, hard. And, it's like not one of those where we're like, oh crap. Like, it's, and no shots intended at anybody here, but it's not like when we lost AJ Jackson for a game and it was like, crud, we are way worse there right now. Well, that sucks. So that's good. But yeah, that right guard spot, obviously very critical. The time of possession that you have on screen here from that last game, I think that's absolutely huge. They ran 11 more plays than us and had 11 more minutes of time of possession than the Rams. So I think that's one thing. It's we did not control that game. They did, and we just can't really let that happen again, you know? So I would say that ultimately that's crazy. We had more drives than them, but way less plays. That's crazy. It's been a
Yeah,
bit since I've done the rewatch of that. Obviously, I didn't do it this week, and maybe I will before the week's up. Maybe I'll try to do that tonight. But that's kind of crazy, man. That's tough. But yeah,
brutal.
running the ball, I think, is going to be the most important thing for both sides. I think.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you look at every metric and you're like, dude, the Rams are so much better than the Panthers on paper, and like stat wise, they did better. But you can only do so much when the other team has the ball. I remember specifically that third quarter went by so quickly when we were watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they're gonna lose this game.
Yeah.
Like I was a Debbie Downer at the end of the third quarter. I was like, dude, they're gonna lose this game. Like Carolina's game plan is play keep away, and they were able to do that. And for as much as people don't want to hear like the problems, like as much as I am high on Matthew Stafford, throwing in the rain is a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a potential issue. Do I see that happening to him twice? It's like lightning striking twice, I would say. I don't see it. He may not be perfect on Saturday, but I don't think he's 3 turnovers and 1 at the 10-yard line with the game on the line. Like, you got to remember that too. For as much as shit went wrong, and for the fact they didn't have the ball for a whole quarter, they were knocking at the door. They were 1 pass away from taking the league. They're 1 changed play at the line of scrimmage, or where instead of a fumble, he's just saying, fuck it, let's check into a run, and now we're kicking a field goal going to overtime, and who knows what happens. Like, another loss that's like 1 play away from winning. So
they were all that way. We could literally change 5 plays on the season and be an undefeated team coming into this week. I mean, that's like legitimate. So I mean, it's crazy.
Comment. Sorry.
Oh.
I was laughing because I was watching Between the Horns last night.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that, about the experience difference.
Yeah.
How the Rams have playoff experience, Carolina doesn't. They only have X amount of players with playoff experience. And oh, look, most of them are Rams players.
It's like when I didn't do it this week, but when I did the game preview originally for the Week 13 matchup, I went through and I tagged every former Ram that was a Super Bowl champion. It was like it was Super Bowl champion Austin Corbett, Super Bowl champion Ashawn Rouse. I did that the whole way down, and I was like, nah, not this time. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. Like literally, you look at it, it's Bobby Brown and Robert Rochelle that lead that. Like they're the top of the injury report for the Panthers, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. They do have a lot of former Panthers, but with Ivero, I mean, you would anticipate that. I mean, he obviously knew those guys pretty well, so bringing him over makes perfect sense. So,
it's all right, Canales. You want to be us so bad.
Honestly, I mean, and can you blame them? I mean, the Panthers have a bunch of former Rams, and they're in the playoffs. The Cardinals have 0 former Rams, and they're terrible. So I don't know, man. There's something to it, I think. But I also want to tag real quick the weather aspect of this game with. In my brain, whenever I'm thinking about Puka Nacua doing something insane, it's usually in the weather. He makes crazy weather catches too, man. So maybe I'm less worried about it than anybody else, but it's like rain, snow. He's making these one-handed catches anywhere. So I don't know, man. I think we'll be all right.
Not to, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe shit has changed in the 800 years since I played college football. I had 2 quarterback coaches, 1 in high school, shout out to Schwartz, and then 1 up at Humboldt State, Coach Tripp. The tool you use to combat bad weather, whether it's wind or a little bit of rain, what do you do as a quarterback to cut through that if you have to throw? Because you can't not throw. Like it's 2026. Like you have to throw. Throw it harder. Take air out of the ball. Fucking, it's literally brute force. Just force it in there.
Yeah,
like that's, if you have a weak arm, you're gonna struggle more. That's why I have confidence still, despite the weather in Stafford. Like, just take air out of it. Don't let the wind dictate it. Don't let the rain weigh it down. Force it in there, and that matters to Puka too, because Puka, everyone wonders how he does all the shit that you're talking about. He's just strong. He has like the strongest hands in the league. Like he is squeezing the life out of the ball every time he goes for a catch.
Who was that? Was that against Seattle? That one that he had, like he reached over the corner and still pulled it in. It's like that's
Yep.
one of those plays where no other receiver even makes an attempt at that ball. They just try to knock it down. No other receiver in the NFL tries to catch that football. He got a first down. Like that's crazy, man.
Mhm.
I love it. And then that catch that he had against Carolina, man, that's one of those plays where it's as you're watching it, you're like we all lose our minds. You know what I mean? Like we're all sitting here at the bar in Colorado watching, and we just stare at each other in disbelief. Like there's a lot of like hands on
Every week.
like, what?
Every week.
It's so
Every
cool,
week.
man. It's so cool. And then whenever there's like a sideline catch and they're like, "Did he catch it?" It's like that's Puka, you idiot. Of course
Probably.
not.
I love how it is like we're giving him the benefit of the doubt. The Atlanta game, the one where like at the end where ultimately he didn't catch it,
Yeah.
but we were more shocked that he did not catch it,
Yeah.
and so was the rest of them. Everyone just assumed like, dude, it's why are you reviewing it? It's Puka. He probably caught it. But that's a great legacy that you're leaving behind in your third year. The back to this game though.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? Oh. Another big thing that aided to this number here, I should have put his face here instead. Tuna was really limited this game. I think he played like, under 20 snaps. I think it was around there out of all their defensive snaps that they had. When he was on the field, they limited the rushing yards. Like the average was way low. On the game, Carolina was averaging about 4 yards a pop. The key that JB and then we're talking about was their first down success. They will run it on first down. They want to get 5 yards because they're okay with getting 3 or 4 yards a pop. They want third and short. They're confident they can get it. Poona Ford's going to be crazy important this game. It's that interior, like playoff football, man. It comes down to in the trenches. As cliche as it is, it really is up to like, can you limit mistakes between the tackles? Can you get that 1 more yard? Can you get that 1 more inch? And Rams really got to do a good job at stopping them on first down and forcing them in second and third and long. I think that's kind of where the game can be won.
You're absolutely right. And I just remember back to that Week 13 matchup where it seemed like every time Chuba Hubbard was running the ball, that he would the pile would hit and the pile would move another 4 yards. And it's like, guys, it was getting so frustrating. You know, it's like we did a great job against Dowdle. He didn't really have a great day that game, but Hubbard, I mean, he had a receiving touchdown, and then, like I said, he was just moving those piles, which was very frustrating. I think that's one of the biggest, if not the biggest key for the Rams in this entire game is just be strong on first down on both sides, you know. But as we kind of look at that game, man, and it's like looking back at it, it's like that the pick six by Stafford, Mike Jackson got, and then that other one that went off the dome of Derek Brown into the hands of Nick Scott. Then you have 2 deep ball fourth down plays. And then I just kind of looking at it, and I didn't watch every Carolina Panthers game. That's ridiculous. I don't have the time. Okay. I am limited. I have a job and stuff. But I'm guessing that's one of their best games of the season that they played. And they won by 3 points, and we had a shot at the end. You know what I mean? So it's not that I'm trying to say like Panthers suck. We're obviously just going to beat the crap out of them, so like that, because they did beat us. That is a thing that happened. But it took 21 points in the craziest plays, and that 4th touchdown came on 3rd down. So if that's an incomplete ball, that goes to a decision time. You know what I mean? So I just think that the entire way that game went, every single thing seemed to be going the Panthers' way outside of that Puka catch, and they won by 3. So I don't know, man. That's where my head's at. I don't want to say lucky because I don't think that's the truth. I think that they had a perfect game plan, but how much is left in that bag? You know, like how many more 4th down deep balls do they have access to that Quentin Lake's not going to scout out? You know what I mean? So that's just kind of where my head's at. Is I think that they kind of went all out against us in Week 13. I don't know what they've got left, and I don't know what we've got left. You know what I mean? Like we didn't even see a 2-point conversion play. You know, so like there's a lot left out there that I'm waiting to see, but I just don't think that the Rams will come into this game knowing that you already lost to this football team and come out soft. I just don't see
it. Soft. No, you're absolutely right. And I don't know if I would phrase it as what they got left in the tank. Like these guys are professionals. They're a professional football team.
I mean, in the bag of like trick plays and like pulling stuff out.
Gotcha.
Situations. Not that like they can't hang because they're not used to playoffs and extra games and stuff.
I think you're gonna see some shit. I think this is gonna be. I think the first half is gonna be very entertaining, and then ultimately, like we'll talk about it Friday on our last preview show. But I think the second half is where the decisions are made of like business decisions are made by the Panthers.
Oh yeah.
But the narratives matter too. And heading into this game, I think the Rams had a 5 or 6 game win streak. You're like preparing for the Panthers. You got some rain. Panthers are fighting for their life as well. Like the narratives matter, man. Like you slipped up a little bit. That's why I'm not overly worried about like, is this team going to head into this game with the right mentality? You're getting guys back. Guys are pissed off enough because I do believe that there's some they're calloused from Atlanta. I think the Atlanta one was the final straw. I know people even you are tired of hearing we'll learn from this. We'll learn from this because people love to hold on to that with McVay. They love to ignore that he's like one of the most winningest coaches, like in not just the Rams tenure, but like NFL right now.
100 dubs.
Overly successful. Like we're kind of spoiled as fans because anytime there's like something not perfect, we're like, get him the fuck out of here. And it's insane to me when I see that.
It's awesome.
But yeah, crazy. But the Seattle one, it's like you lost. You're in the 1 seed. Like it's not like you got blown out. The Philly game, okay, they corrected those mistakes. Special teams has been fine. And then like this one, like you lost to a scrappy team, like to 3 points, like the final possession. The Atlanta one was the backbreaker where they just weren't mentally all there. And I think that pissed them off enough. And then you cap that off with the Arizona game, a get right game of like, okay, let's get on track. Who are we? And now, cool. Let's go fucking beat some ass for 3 weeks. You know who you are. You got your guys back. Like this is what you've basically prepared yourself for all year. The pass rush, get that back. Like you mean tell me this guy right here is not just going to be throwing a left tackle at Bryce Young on that first drive? Like he may throw a person.
That's almost that should be almost a guarantee. That versus just going to throw a human.
The way he sacked Jacoby Brissett last week, like my initial thought was like, ooh, I hope Brissett's not hurt because when he pulled him back, I thought him and the left tackle were under Brissett's knee. Like I was worried for him. So,
bro, did you see that our pressure rate last week was 60? 60.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Oh my God, dude. Poor I heard that. I was like, oh, Jacoby, I'm so sorry, bro. I was like, oh my God, that's so bad.
I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for him. He is this generation's Tyrod Taylor, where it's just like everywhere he goes, it's a shit show. Everywhere he goes. If you give Jacoby Brissett a competent offense,
he's a good quarterback.
I love Jacoby Brissett. I wanted him as a backup here. Like he's very good.
I'll take him as a backup. I mean, I like our backup now, but I would take him, man. It's just like 60% is crazy, man. You're talking out of the gun. You're catching the ball. You look up, all you're seeing is blue and yellow.
Have fun.
That's crazy, man. Like 60%, only 40% of the time was he not like, ah! like that's, oh man, that's hilarious, man.
60% of the time, it is not a good time. The last slide I have for you, wrapping up the in the trenches thing.
Yeah.
Since if you guys cannot tell, today we're focusing on the like worries, so that way the rest of the week we can be uber positive. This one, I had Josh Yo's tweet. Shout out to Josh Yo's tweets. Follow him on Twitter. He is a phenomenal Rams fan, phenomenal researcher. He pulls up this stuff for us really quickly all the time. When the Rams have 3rd and 4th down with 3 yards or less, they are near the bottom of the league in converting. We saw it at the goal line. You saw it lots of times this season, and it felt that way. The numbers back it up. Heading into week 18, they were, I think, 27th in the league, and then it happened once or twice again, so who knows what the stat is now. It may be last for all I know. So this is important. Like, this can't be the trend. Like, you can't win a Super Bowl this way. Like, I do believe that. I think this would be the snake bite if they cannot change this.
Which is so crazy that that's the case because, like, if you look at 1st and 2nd down rushes for Kyron and Blake, I mean, they're way up on at the top of the league as far as rushing. Like, you average on 1st and 2nd down, they're way up near the top. So that's kind of crazy that we just can't but it's also maybe it's a tell, man. Maybe there's something in our offense that is kind of showing the defense that like, hey, we're running right up the middle here, so and they just can block it up, So because we've got big bodies there, obviously when K-Dot's healthy, Steve is huge. So and Coleman's an awesome player too. So I think Coleman has been such an improvement this year for the Rams. I think he like calling stuff out and just the brain of Coleman Shelton has been absolutely phenomenal. But I have seen, at least in the later portion of the season, there are some run plays where he's getting there's people contacting running backs behind the line of scrimmage and it's right over the center. So take that for what you will, but I think Coleman, I think he needs a little bit more juice. But I don't know. Maybe it's a age thing. Maybe he's kind of just a vet or something, or maybe he's dealing with an injury. I have no idea. So maybe he's just a little bit banged up. Then in the trenches, that can happen. Anything can happen in the trenches where you get like injuries that don't pop up on film or on any kind of report. Maybe somebody gets you and your shoulder kind of gets a little tweaked weird or something like that, or somebody comes crashing into the side of you and messes up something, your rib or something like that. So, and it could be so many different things like that. So I don't know. I'm not throwing stuff away yet, but I think that ultimately, yeah, that's if we're going to be a successful team in the playoffs, because I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, realistically, it feels like we go to Philly next week too. So if everything goes how I think it's going to go, so I think that we're going to need to be able to run the football this week in the weather. Next week, pending if we get if we earn the right to continue playing, and then NFC Championship game, I'm assuming is going to be in a weathery place as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, man. If you can't handle Derek Brown and Bobby Brown, you better buckle the fuck up for Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, because that's the best. That's the best duo, interior defensive lineman in the league,
and literally the guys who sent us home last season. So
exactly, you want to earn the right. You got to earn the right for a revenge tour. You better fucking show up. I do want to bring, I guess, the last one. Muad'Dib had a good question, how we feel about the special teams. I'll let you answer that. How do you feel about the special teams? I know they give up that big. I'm not worried about a trick play. Trick plays are going to get you sometimes. It's like,
yeah, that happens. No. And sometimes, those we saw it so many times with Hecker that even times when they nailed it, when they knew it was coming and they'd covered it, we were still converting. It's like I'm specifically remembering one where he hit Chase Reynolds deep, and it was just like one of those balls where it's like he just kind of launched it up, and then like he's like falling down and catches it, and it's like that shouldn't have worked, but it did. So I think that ultimately Meads has been doing absolutely incredible. Obviously, just the one miss. Unfortunate miss for sure, and it's off the boot. It looked good, and then like I'm raising my hand for a high five, and then it went wide. And it's like, oh, okay, it was one of those. So I think that our special teams is doing phenomenal. Meaves is doing great. Ethan Evans is gonna hit the ISS out of the sky one day with one of his punts. So maybe Starlink is a more relevant reference. I don't know. He's gonna hit Starlink out of the sky one day. So that's good. And then I think that Jake McQuaid coming back in. We haven't heard anything from long snappers, so that's good news. McQuaid's doing awesome. Returners, I think that I don't know how you feel about this, man. And I know that Witt's banged up right now, but there was a lot of times where we were watching Witt take returns and just run into the pile of humans. And it's like, hey, man, go around.
Put Xavier Smith the fuck back there. Put him back there. Man. Leave him back there. Make it happen. You mentioned Jake McQuaid. Shout out to Eric Flynn. He DM'd me on Instagram. He actually
nice.
Jake McQuaid.
Heck yeah, man. That's dope.
Yeah, shout out to Eric. He told McQuaid, you need a ring. I'm like, that's a hell of a
sidebar. Also, Jake McQuaid is an incredible human being. I don't know if you've heard his rants, but
all right. I want to go out. Before we fade into the abyss. I want to go out this way. I got DMs and texts up the ass because of one man.
Oh, sorry,
Brandon fucking Perna. You've got Rams fans all upset about the curse wheel, because the last time the curse wheel hit the Rams was against the Seahawks, and it hit us again. And I'm here to tell y'all, we've got reinforcements. I don't know how you feel about this little demon, but we've got our own Juju. This guy right here. You see that busted ass hat? You see this, little boo-boo? You see this? Ain't nothing penetrating this luck. No. Ain't no curse wheel getting past this fucking little demon. You see this? I'm not changing that hat. You see all this nonsense? Yeah, this is You seen a Major League?
A long time ago. Yeah.
With Charlie Sheen, where he's when he's cursing the spirits at his locker. This is the same thing.
Don't remember that. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
no.
I've got. Okay. I see your whatever the hell that thing is, and I raise you a Sheriff Joe Quacks.
I love it.
Yeah, we got to get out of here on that note. And it's a snow day. I got to go scrape the car. Got to go scrape the Honda. So we're gonna happy Honda days. By the way.
Happy Honda days, not for Jordan
Yeah.
Love.
How dare you say? Yeah. How dare you say Toyota thought around here when you know we're a Honda days family?
I'm gonna
December
celebrate Honda days.
Yeah,
December to remember.
The December Lexus December to remember sales event. Other stuff, I don't know, man. What are we gonna list as we fade off? This is getting weird now, man. We're gonna
I don't know. Since they're on my counter here, favorite animated cartoons as a kid or now? I love Bob's Burgers. I'm a huge Bob Burgers fan.
As a little Joe Bags, Rocket Power was my number one, dude. I love that
stuff. I mean, shout out to Quentin Lake for always using these SpongeBob. I mean, he's always got the SpongeBob memes after games. That's a classic
fair.
everyone loves.
That's fair. Yeah. Admin rocks those. Let's see. I was a Rugrats guy. I liked that. I was a Nick kid for sure.
Fairly Odd Parents, easily goated.
Not bad. Give me Cat Dog.
Most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's so good.
Most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my life. Oof. What else do we got? Oh, Simpsons, man. Treehouse of Horrors. I used to love those episodes.
Okay, that's solid.
On Halloween.
Specifically, that is actually a really solid pick. Give me Angry Beavers.
You seem like an Angry Beavers guy. That and Cat Dog.